wake up, no sleeping, there's a dream to chase. Yo, what's up, everybody, and welcome back to NXT with NaJee. You already know what it is. I am a part of the Wrestling Heroes and Insiders podcast, aka The Whip Show, and also a part of BodySlam.net. What's good, y'all? Welcome back. Welcome back to the show. As you can see, I am in a completely different location right now than what I was the last time. I have officially moved to Las Vegas. I am in a temporary spot right now, so even this backdrop and the stuff I got going on behind me right now will be temporary, probably for the next couple of months. But yeah, it's weird watching NXT from home now instead of being there in the crowd. But I still love it all the same, so I still want to make sure that I'm here to recap the shows, even if I don't have a guest. Like this week, I don't have a guest. I don't. And that's cool with me. I'm fine with that. So I'm just gonna go over the matches like I normally do, talk about them, talk about some of the things I like, some of the things that I'm curious about, and then we'll call it a wrap from there. Yeah. So tonight was a good night. There was a lot of promos, lot of talking. We won't go too far into any of that because it'll all lead into the matches and stuff next week. So we'll get to talking about that next week. For match number one, though, for me, this was my favorite match of the night, even though the main event definitely lived up to the hype. But this match was incredible. It was a 6-woman tag match with Fatal Influence. You got JC, Laney, and Fallon versus Lola Vice, our NXT Women's Champion Tatum Paxley, and Izzy Dame Cullen. Now these ladies cooked, like the whole entire match was so good. Every piece of the chemistry that they had together just worked really, 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 really well. There were two segments specifically that I'm just like overly hype about. There was a part where Fatal Influence got to kind of like rally all of their moves back to back to back while tagging each other in. Fire. These I can't talk about it enough. I can't express it enough how good that was. And then the second time it was like everybody in the match got to get their moves in and got to get their work in. Man, I was so mad at the crowd for not being crazy invested in this one, being super locked into this one. It's just something like they weren't really expecting it to be that good, and it ended up being amazing. So I gotta give a clap for those ladies, all 6 of them. Incredible job. Um, Man, I can't get over it. But like, dude, the winners ended up being Fatal Influence, um, due to like a sacrifice situation from Izzy, saving Tatum from receiving the JC finisher. So, shout out to Fatal Influence winning match number one of the night. I'm very curious as to what's going to happen now with the title picture now that JC has a win. So we shall see what happens comes Gold Rush, because JC at one point in time backstage last night, um, asked if she could get her title shot. By the way, this is Wednesday. It's a very special Wednesday edition. We normally don't do this on Wednesdays. Like, I'll record it on Wednesdays, but I won't put anything out because I'm giving you guys 2 episodes this week. 2 episodes. I'm going to have an interview episode coming out tomorrow with a buddy of mine who is involved with the Performance Center and at the Performance Center. And I'm going to give him a chance to come and kind of, tell his story, tell how he got there and his journey getting there, and, his dislikes and likes about now being more backstage per se, not necessarily employee. So don't come for me or WWE or get him in trouble. But he does spend a lot of time inside of the PC helping out. Yeah. So now we're gonna move on to match number 2. Match number 2, we had Briggs versus Grande Americano, and the Los Americanos were also there with him. Briggs seems to be just starting issues with everybody. This all kind of came from a backstage segment from earlier in the night of Grande Americano officially and like arriving at NXT, since the Speed Championships are part of NXT now. So Grande Americano comes out, crowd goes crazy. Obviously, everybody's still booing Briggs. Jasper Troy ends up coming out. Now, if y'all aren't hip to the Speed Championship and what's going on with that, Jasper Troy is the number 1 contender right now, and next week he's actually going to be facing Grande Americano for the Speed Championship. So throughout the whole entire match, you can just kind of hear the chains jingling and blah, 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 blah. And they don't really acknowledge it until he finally starts coming down by the old Chase U section. and just kind of stares and watches throughout the whole entire match. But that's not the only person that comes out and becomes a distraction. Not only do you already have Los Americanos out there, you got Jasper watching on, but then Tavion Heights comes out, slides in the ring, kind of distracts the ref a little bit, causing the Los Americanos to interfere and hit him with like a double backbreaker, spine, something to the spine with knees. um, After that, Grande makes Briggs tap out. Briggs tapped out, and I really want that to be the chant next week. Orlando, Briggs tapped out. You tapped out. Let that man have it. He's too good of a heel not to just lay it in. So lay it in, respectfully, of course. All right, but Americana Ariana Grande wins the match, ladies and gentlemen. First match on NXT. Well, not first match, but first televised match, I think, on NXT outside of the speed situation. And it was good. It was a really good one. The crowd is here for it. Plus, I think they've just been waiting for a reason to chant Ole, Ole, Ole since Stephanie left. And I feel that because I remember that day that we started doing that for Stephanie, and we were like, Stephanie, Ole, Ole, Ole. Insane business. Had that place rocking. So good job, crowd, on like stepping it up throughout the show. Because definitely started off a little light there for match number one. So love it. We love to see it. All right, now we got match number three. Match number three, we got Ren Sinclair. This is another speed-esque match. The last one wasn't a speed match, but this one actually is. It just involved the speed champion. You got Ren Sinclair versus Zarya. This is part of the tournament for the speed championship that is vacant due to Soul's knee injury. Short and sweet, kind of like you would expect it to be. It's a speed match. You only get 3 minutes. Ren got to work pretty quick on Zarya, like very quick, like straight out the gate. Went right for the arm. Knew exactly what you had to do in order to get Zarya kind of off her game. But obviously, Zarya. So the demon came out and made pretty quick work of Ren. I think she had like maybe 35 seconds left. So maybe not quick work, like 2 minutes, 20 seconds average time in the speed match. The chemistry still feels a little bit off between Zarya and Sol Ruka. Even though she's injured, she had to put both her titles out. Now Zarya is in a good spot to win that title. So we'll see what happens when Sol Ruka comes back. Truthfully. All right, now we're gonna move on to. Oh, actually, yep, I gotta remind everybody. So for the next week, the next part of this tournament, you're gonna get Fallon Henley versus Skylar Ray. Now, if you guys don't understand what I'm saying when I say Skylar Ray, Danny Ray from LFG, she won season 2. Her new official name is now Skylar Ray. So get used to it. I like it. It's got a ring to it. Sis, I support it. Shout out to you. Super proud of you. Keep doing your thing, girl. Keep doing your thing. But yeah, whoever wins that match next week will go against Zarya. I would love to see Danny get the opportunity to even potentially win the speed championship. That would be insane for her to like just right off the bat. It'd be pretty crazy. Skylar, my bad. I think I just said Danny again. It's force of habit. It's gonna take me some time to get used to saying that. But all right, now we're gonna move on to match number 4. Match number 4, man. I normally don't like talking about promos, but this one I have to talk about. Kalani put on one of the best promos that I think I've seen anybody put on in a very long time, where she came for the fans, she came for the business, she came for the women in the locker room. She basically let everybody know that Miss Nice Kalani is done, gone, bye-bye, see you later. Yeah, fire. This girl is going to take over the world one day, and it's going to be incredible, absolutely incredible. Um, But after a promo, she's kind of walking around backstage a little bit, and she runs into a lot of the girls from the locker room. Tyra May Steele walks up to her and basically lets her know, like, yo, you're my hero. You were one of my heroes because you're an athlete just like me. Why are you acting like this? Why are you treating the people this way? The people made us. Like, we're here for the people, this kind of thing. And Kalani doesn't like it, so she said, bet. Let's go do it. So they end up getting into a match. Great match. Awesome to see Tyra back out there, especially just like the LFG people getting involved. Like, you win it, you get your contract, you're on the show, you're doing your thing. Love to see that actually happening. It's good to see her ring work improve. Like, obviously she can wrestle, very obviously she can wrestle, but her ring work is chef's kiss now. perfect. Timing's good, looks believable, and her and Kalani just work so well together. But Kalani ends up getting the win, dominating fashion, literally stepping over Tyra in order to hit her split-legged moonsault. But damn, those ladies put on a show. But Kalani gets the win, and she gets the win just to find out that she's now going to be in a triple threat match at Gold Rush after saying she wasn't going to defend her title against anybody. But she's got Jordan Grace and Lady Lee now in I think 2 weeks. I'm not quite sure. I have to check on that one. But in 2 weeks, I'm excited. I think she's probably going to retain. I think this run is going to be a very good one. It's about to be a run people are going to talk about for a long, long time. And heel Lani is here. We got heel Kalani. And you know what they say? Usually if they switch somebody who's been a babyface and a fan favorite for so long, and then they all of a sudden switch them to a heel, that means it's almost time. Somebody is watching Kalani. Somebody is interested in Kalani. Somebody believes in Kalani. So let's see how this heel run works. And if she knocks it out the park, it might be main roster time. But that's just speculation. That's just me guessing, y'all. Y'all know how it is. All right. Now, last match. Crazy. There's history behind this. I guess in 2023 in the Indies, these two actually wrestled each other. I saw some clips of it. I didn't get to see the full match, but the clips of it were really good. Fantastic. The type of stuff you'd love to see on the indie scene, the type of stuff that we get to see every week out of these two when they do wrestle. And now to have them combine and, show off their talents is amazing. Unreal speed, unreal action, unreal adaptation, because bro, you have to be able to adapt if you're doing half the stuff that they're doing on the fly, and they're so good at it. And like I said, unreal full circle moment. 2023 indie scene, 2025 they get to run this match back in front of the world. That's amazing. And who I'm talking about is Javon Evans versus Saquon Sugars. I call him Sugarfoot. Booker calls him Sugar Man. But Javon ends up sneaking away with the win in this match, even though he's out there by himself. No Leon Slater, because Leon's doing stuff with TNA or just out of the country. I'm not quite sure. They just kept saying he's doing TNA stuff with his title. But he wins all by himself and gets away without getting jumped. Absolute shocker, but absolute banger of a match, banger of a main event. Congratulations, Javon, on getting yet another win and having, I think they said it's like his 26th match of 2025, and he's got the most among all men on the roster. Though that man is putting in work. So if Javon's got my vote for deadline on who wins the Iron Survivor and who is going to dethrone Ricky, and I think it's going to be Javon at some point in time. Ricky or Trick, because next week there is a last man standing match between Trick Williams and Ricky Saints, and I am super torn. I'm super torn. So that's basically going to be it for this episode, yo. It's going to be short, sweet. It's only like 15 minutes. Just wanted to, make sure I get here and do my thing and still show my love to the show that shows so much love to me. Thank you guys for watching. Please make sure you guys leave comments, like, subscribe, do all that fun stuff. You know how it is. You know where to find me. I'm a part of bodyslam.net and also a part of The Whip Show, the Wrestling Heroes and Insiders podcast, a.k.a. The Whip Show. Yes, ma'am. And yes, sir. That's all she wrote for this week. I will be back literally tomorrow with another episode. Like I said, episode 67. I'm going to be interviewing this man named Abe Soto. He does, some work inside of the PC. He's not like 100% a PC employee. I don't want anybody to get confused or do anything. We would like to call that man a WWE journeyman / prospect. That's what we're going to title it. But yo, thank you guys again for watching, listening, gently scrolling by as you're doing your thing on wherever you're at today. Appreciate you guys. I'll see you next week, and I'll see you tomorrow. See you. I can get this thing to quit. That's great. Life is for a dream.